Welcome back students. The life process lesson la we'll see transportation in animals. So transportation in animals is mainly for transport of transportation is mainly for transport of gases, food or the nutrients and the waste. So all these are the substances that has to be transported. If it is going to be unicellular, they are going to be by simple diffusion, they are going to move in and out. In case of multicellular organisms, this is taken up by a system which we call it as the circulatory system. So circulatory system helps in transport of all these substances inside the body. So what are the parts of the circulatory system is going to be the blood vessels and the pumping organ, that is the heart. So blood is going to carry all these substances and blood vessels are going to take blood to all parts of the body, and heart is going to be a pumping organ that pumps the blood into the blood vessels for transport. So we'll see one by one in detail what is blood, what is all it's containing, and what is the blood vessels, and then the heart. So coming to blood, it is a liquid connective tissue. This is going to flow inside the blood vessels, and blood is made of two parts. One part is a liquid portion. Liquid part of blood is called as plasma, and the solid part of the blood is called as the cells or corpuscles. So that is the solid part of the blood. So what is this liquid part of blood is? This is the plasma into which, so it is a liquid part into which gases, most commonly carbon dioxide, because it is highly dissolved, we have already seen this, gases, food that has to be transported, and few salts, the mineral salts, are dissolved in plasma so that they are transported. And the cells or the solid part of the blood is going to be suspended, that is, it is present within the liquid part, that is the plasma. This is the plasma, which is the liquid part. The solid part is containing cells. Three different types of cells are present. RBC, that is the red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. These are going to help in transport of gases. Both oxygen as well as a little amount of carbon dioxide can also be transported. WBC, which is white blood cells or white blood corpuscles, they help in defense mechanism of the body, that is giving immunity to the body. And one more type of cells which are called as platelets, which are helping in blood clotting process. Blood clotting அப்படினா, when there is some damage to the blood vessels, blood should not continuously flow outside the body, so immediately that has to be clotted so that the flow outside is prevented, injury வந்துட்டு can be cured. So platelets are going to help in blood clotting process. So this is about the blood. The next is about the blood vessels. Blood vessels that are going to carry blood are of three types. First one, it is arteries. Second, veins. And third, capillaries. Arteries are blood vessels that take blood away from heart towards organs. So it is going to carry towards the organs. Those blood vessels are called as arteries, and they carry always oxygenated blood except there is one exception, is pulmonary artery, which is going to carry deoxygenated blood. And because they are taking blood away from the heart is going to pump the blood outside. So pumping will be done with the pressure. So to withstand pressure exerted by heart, the walls of artery are thicker. So because they are pumped with the particular pressure inside arteries, there is no walls, as no backflow is possible. Why is backflow not possible? Is because they are pumped with the pressure. Because there is some pressure, there is always inside the arteries. They need not require any valves to prevent that backflow. The next are veins. Veins are blood vessels that bring blood to heart from the organs. Those blood vessels are called as veins, and they are mostly going to carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein, which is going to carry oxygenated blood. And these are not facing any pressure from the heart, because they are carrying to the heart from the organs. So their walls are thin compared to arteries, because they do not face any pressure that is created by the heart. But since they are not having any pressure for the blood that is flowing inside, valves are present to prevent backflow of blood. So these are the blood vessels which are called as veins. And capillaries are going to be the fine branches of arteries. So arteries are going to form very small branches which are called as capillaries, and these are formed in organs. So our capillaries are formed only in organs, and all branches, that is the capillaries, are going to rejoin to form veins. So these are about capillaries. So these are the characteristics of the blood vessels that are going to carry blood to different parts of the organs. Next is the pumping organ, heart. Heart is called as a pumping organ, and it is a muscular organ that is going to pump blood, and it is found between lungs. The two lungs. Heart is going to be present between the two lungs. So these two lungs, in the left lung, actually the left lung is going to have a depression. Here is where the heart is going to be placed. So this is the place where heart is present, that is between two lungs. And heart is made of chambers or compartments. that are going to help in separating the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. And there are mainly two compartments or chambers which is called as auricles and ventricles. Auricles are the receiving chambers. Receiving chambers, they are going to be two in number, that is the right auricle and the left auricle, and they are going to pump blood to ventricles. So here we know that there are two auricles. Right auricles are going to receive deoxygenated blood from organs. So they are going to receive blood from the organs which are going to be deoxygenated, that is the oxygen in the blood would have been used up by the organs, so it is called as deoxygenated blood. So this deoxygenated blood is brought by, so deoxygenated blood is brought to the right auricle by two main blood vessels, that are superior and inferior vena cava. In short, they are called as caval veins. So this is about right auricles. Coming to the left auricles, they are going to receive oxygenated blood from lungs. So lungs is the place where blood is going to be oxygenated, that is oxygen exchange வந்துட்டு லங்ஸில் நடக்கிறதுனால blood வந்துட்டு that is going to her lungs is going to be oxygenated in lungs. So from lungs it is going to receive the oxygenated blood and it is going to pump into the left ventricle. We know it is going to pump into ventricles and it is brought by, so the blood vessel that is bringing blood to the left auricle is the pulmonary vein. So we have studied that vein is the blood vessel that is going to bring blood to heart. So it is going to bring blood to heart, but it is a vein which is going to carry oxygenated blood. This is what is the exception we have seen in blood vessels. So this is about the left auricles. And coming to ventricles, they are called as pumping chambers, that is they are going to pump blood into different parts of the body, and they are again going to be two in number, that is the right and the left ventricles. So where are they going to pump their blood? They are going to pump blood into blood vessels. So that is why they need a pressure, that is, and they are called as the pumping vessels, pumping chambers. First one, the right ventricle. Right ventricle, we know right ventricle is going to receive deoxygenated blood from right auricle. So it is going to pump deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. So lungs blood has to go only, then it can be oxygenated. For that purpose, deoxygenated blood from right ventricle is pumped to lungs, and the blood vessel that is going to take, so blood vessel that takes blood 2 lungs from right ventricles is pulmonary artery. Again, this one we have seen, pulmonary artery. It is going to take blood from the heart. So artery is going to take blood from heart, but this is an artery which is going to carry deoxygenated blood. So this is what we saw it in the exception case also. The next is the left ventricle. Left ventricle is going to pump oxygenated blood to organs of the body. To all the other organs, it is going to pump the oxygenated blood. So the blood vessel that is going to carry blood to organs, blood vessel to organs from the left ventricle is the aorta. So aorta is going to take blood from the left ventricle to different parts of the body. So to draw the structure of the heart, so it is more or less a conical organ or a pyramid shaped organ which is pointed towards the lower end, and it is little broader in the upper end. So this is the outermost cover which is called as pericardium. The cover of heart is called, the wall of heart is called as the pericardium. And we know there are 4 chambers inside the heart. So out of these 4 chambers, 2 are the upper chambers. So 2 upper chambers, this is called as the left auricle, and this one is the right auricle. So 2 upper chambers which are called as the auricles, and these chambers are connected to the lower chambers. So these lower chambers are called as the ventricles. So this is going to be the left ventricle, this is the right ventricle, and these structures, these extensions what we have drawn are called as AV valves. AV valves, I am writing the full form here. AV valves abdina, these are auriculoventricular valves, and these auriculoventricular valves are going to prevent backflow of blood from ventricles into auricles, and there will be some extensions from the ventricles which are going to hold these valves without moving backwards. So these are going to be some extensions of the wall of ventricles. So when blood is being pumped from ventricles, when blood is being pumped, they have to enter only into blood vessels. They have to not enter inside. So this walls has to close like this. So when it is pressurely pumped, what will happen? Walls வந்துட்டு reverseல open ஆக முடியும். To prevent opening in the reverse, there are these holding structures. These holding structures which are going to prevent AV valves open in the reverse direction. Those structures, they are called as chordae tendineae, commonly called as heart strings. They are commonly called as the heart strings. And now blood vessels to the heart. So we know right auricle is going to receive blood, deoxygenated blood from the veins, two veins, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So superior vena cava opens here and inferior vena cava opens in this region. So this is going to be superior vena cava, and this blood vessel that opens into right auricles is called as inferior vena cava. So these two are the blood vessels that is going to put deoxygenated blood into right auricles. And into the left auricles there are going to be 4 blood vessels which are called as the pulmonary veins. So pulmonary veins are going to be 4 in number, 2 coming from right lungs, 2 coming from the left lungs. So these are the pulmonary veins that are going to pour deoxygenated blood into the left auricle. The next, from right auricle and left auricle, the blood is going to enter into the ventricles. From ventricles, from right ventricle, blood is going to be taken by pulmonary artery to the lungs. So that pulmonary artery is going to be present here, which is going to take blood from left ventricles to lungs. So it is going to take this is going to be pulmonary artery, which is going to take blood from right ventricle to lungs. The next is from left ventricle to all parts of the body. The blood vessel is going to be aorta, which is going to be a larger blood vessel compared to the others present in the heart. So this blood vessel is aorta, which is going to take blood from left ventricle to other parts of the body. So this is the internal structure of heart, showing different compartments and the blood vessels that is going to pump blood. And one more thing we have to study in connection with the circulation of blood is single and double circulation. First, I'll say you what is single circulation. Single circulation in sea is seen in fishes. So, the heart of fish is going to have only 2 chambers, and it is going to receive only deoxygenated blood from the organs. So from the organs, blood moves into heart. So it is going to be deoxygenated blood, and from heart the blood is going to move to gills directly, and in gills it is going to be oxygenated here. So oxygenation happens in gills, and from gills oxygenated blood moves to the organs. So for the organs to receive the blood, so for organs to receive oxygenated blood, heart pumps only once. Yeah, so it is going to pump only once. It is pumping to the gills. From gills only it is going to go to the organs. So it is going to pump only once. Such type of circulation is called as single circulation. The next is double circulation, which is seen in amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, including humans. Humans are a type of mammals, so including humans, they are going to have double circulation. So what is double circulation is, heart is going to receive blood from organs. So heart is going to receive blood from organs. So this is going to be deoxygenated blood. So this is deoxygenated blood that is coming from the organs. From heart it is pumped to the lungs for oxygenation. So it is pumping once, and from lungs oxygenated blood comes back to the heart, and heart is going to pump to the organs again. So for organs to receive oxygenated blood, heart pumps twice. Such type of circulation is called as double circulation. And this double circulation can be an incomplete double circulation or a complete double circulation. When it is incomplete double circulation, it is seen in amphibians and reptiles. This is because they have only 3-chambered heart. So they are going to have 2 auricles and only 1 ventricle. So when the heart is going to pump the blood, it is going to pump only the mixed blood. So it is called as incomplete double circulation. Whereas complete double circulation is seen in birds and mammals, which are going to have 4-chambered heart, and this 4-chambered heart is going to pump oxygenated and deoxygenated blood separately. So because of this, this is called as a complete double circulation. So with this we have completed the circulation part in the lesson life process. In the next video we will see about excretion.